Let's go ahead and start off with some listeners' thoughts about the movie overall, and then we'll go into our overall thoughts about the movie as well too. So our listener thoughts, first one from Twitter is at Keeping It Geekly, said it was saved, killed, and then given a second wind all within the third act, which I think is a good accurate depiction of what happened in the movie there for sure. And then at Richard Nebbins, who writes for The Direct, said, pretty solid movie, not quite as good as the first one, but still pretty enjoyable. Interesting villain twists and a couple of emotional moments that hit really hard. Far from perfect, but a fun time at the theater. I have to agree with that. That's definitely my experience as well. And then at ODPH Podcast, Ken said, fun movie bringing the family magic to the superhero realm, unlike Magic Hat Tony, a.k.a. MHT. Now, Derek, do you know who he's referring to here?
No,
Magic
I don't.
Hat Tony.
I don't know Magic Hat Tony.
So Magic Hat Tony is who he calls Doctor Strange.
Accurate.
He and I both talked about how our disdain for Doctor Strange. I think he says he's not a fan of Doctor Strange as well too. But he's described him as he's pretty much Tony Stark with a magic hat.
Not far off. I mean, in the comics, they were awesome facial hair bros.
Yeah. Well, and in the MCU, it's pretty similar as well too. Like they're both very intelligent. I mean, Tony Stark is definitely more intelligent, right? Because of all the things that he at least he seems very intelligent. Doctor Strange is intelligent with medical sciences and has that photographic memory, so he's definitely intelligence on that level. So they'll probably have like different levels of intelligence, but there are a lot of similarities between the two. So I really like that description that Ken gave for him.
Yeah, that's really good. I like it.
Yeah. So he also said slower start, strong finish, and great post-credits moment that leaves the door open to return under the new regime, perhaps, and gives it a 7 out of 10, which we'll kind of talk about our own ratings a little bit later as well, too. So that's good. Yeah, I think, 7 out of 10 is pretty good. So
yeah,
that accurately depicts what he was saying there. And then our last one is JT from Beyond the Fandom podcast on Twitter at Beyond Fandom 1 said, movie was very solid. Didn't love it, but didn't hate it either. The comedy was on point and the family aspect was a nice touch. That last chapter was awesome. However, there are some things that I was like, okay. You can tell nothing was changed when Gunn and Safran took over, which we'll definitely talk about that, referring to the mid and post credit scene as well too. So